The following episode is brought to you by Anchor. If you don't know what Anchor is, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. The creation tools that they have give you the availability to make whatever type of podcast you want, and Anchor will distribute your podcast for you to all of the major podcast brands. For more information, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Don't forget to subscribe to my podcast, follow me on all the socials at Tucker10_, and if you're feeling like it, support. Thanks. Enjoy the show. This is The Dichotomies of Life, Episode 5, Physical Fitness with Tony Moss. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into the Dichotomies of Life podcast, episode 5, physical fitness. Today has been a great day and it has been a great week. Today, I am off from work, my full-time job, and I get to take the time to, again, speak freely about the things that I'm passionate about and topics that I want to discuss. It's always a great day when I can do those things, especially when I get to do it with a good friend of mine, Tony Moss. It has been a great week because this is the second time I've had Tony on the podcast with me. It's not very likely for us to get the same days off, but we work it out. Tony, how the fuck are you, man?
Dude, I'm great. Thank you for having me back on the show again, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, it is. So, physical fitness, shit, let's go.
Get after it, dude.
It means so many things, you know?
It definitely does, and I feel like the easiest way to kind of talk about what it means is to break it up into different groups.
I agree.
So, I mean, when you say physical fitness, what do you think?
I think of a gym. I think of treadmills. I think of lifting weights. I think of getting offered supplements that I don't give a shit about and wanting to turn around.
And I feel like that's where a lot of people kind of fall into that group of people that, you know, when you ask, hey, what do you think about physical fitness? Oh, man, I don't want to join a gym. I got to go get a membership now. That's extra money that I'm not budgeting for. You know, I'm going to get hassled by a lot of people to buy stuff. I don't want to do that, man. I want to sit on the couch and enjoy pizza. I'll think about that tomorrow. But
I just want to clarify this. I don't want anybody to think that we're not people who sit on the couch and eat
right.
pizza.
We're not targeting any group of people.
1,000%. I sit on the couch and eat pizza quite frequently.
I do too. I definitely do too.
It's just an ongoing battle.
It is. Let's find that happy medium.
Exactly.
Pizza and gym.
There you go. There you go. Pizza and gym. Pizza at the gym.
Pizza at the gym. Pizza gym. But let's get back to reality here. Let's look at Michael Phelps. He is a multiple-time gold medalist in swimming. This man is very fit.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he goes to the gym, but I don't think he's in there throwing up massive numbers.
No. He's slender as fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? And his muscles are developed different than other people's because he spends so much time swimming. He's won like fucking 15 gold medals. Hang on. We're going to look it up real quick.
Give you guys some real life answers here. Hold on one second.
It's a lot. Holy shit. So this man has won 28 medals total. I'm pretty sure the majority of those are gold. Hang on. Let me see exactly how many
17 are
gold medals he has. 28 medals. 23 gold medals.
Wow. That's a lot.
20 fucking 3 gold medals.
That is a lot.
God. And so physically fit. Obviously, he's physically fit. So It just varies. It's different person to person.
Exactly.
Obviously, your physical fitness is going to be different than my physical fitness. But
people that climb Mount Everest are going to be different than the people that cycle every day.
I couldn't hike Mount Everest. It
not
would
at
never
all.
happen. I'd get in a helicopter and let you drop me on the top of it. Take a selfie and then get back in the helicopter.
Let's go, guys. We're done here. But I feel like the first step to being fit has to start with your eating habits.
I can definitely agree to that because I know over the last couple of weeks, even just you fall off the wagon of eating well and you just feel like garbage.
Exactly.
You feel like garbage the whole day and someone who feels like garbage is not going to be
as productive as somebody who doesn't.
Exactly.
Their head isn't as cloudy. You can it's kind of like the song, I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. Because once you start eating right and you get the right stuff in your body, your mind clears up and you can think better. You can perform better. You have more energy.
1,000%.
Now, I think, the second thing I want to get into would have to be the drive. It's hard for people to wake up at 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning and be like, okay, I have to be to work at 7. Let me go ahead and crank out this quick workout at the gym.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Exactly. Or those people that go and they work, 16, 17-hour shifts at, whatever job they have. And then they're like, okay, cool. I just got off of a 17-hour shift. Let me go get my duffel bag and head to the gym.
Exactly.
It's the drive you have to want to be fit. And I feel like with the drive comes that mindset of my end game.
I was just about to say that, because whenever you're talking about achieving something, you first have to know what you want to achieve. And that goes right back to end game, episode 2, I believe, of the podcast.
I believe it is.
It's either 2 or 3, but we talk about the end game and how to pretty much achieve your end game. So yeah, your mindset is definitely there. I would almost move that to the first position, because you got to get in the right mindset before you even think about eating and all that. But either way, it's all important, and it's all intertwined together.
Right. And, I know in the future I would like to have kids, and I want to be able to, help coach them through like football or baseball or anything that they want. But if I'm, not fit, who's to say I'm even going to be around to see them do that kind of stuff? So, you got to think about
Dude, people have all types of crazy heart conditions out of nowhere.
Exactly.
They have strokes. The benefit to you being able to say no, just have the ability to mentally say no, is going to, you're talking, this could be, years of your life that you're saving. And again, both of us, we don't go to jiu-jitsu every night, right? And we don't go to the gym every night, and we don't eat healthy every night. But every day we do those things is a step closer in giving us more time. At least that's how I believe it is. I know that you're right here with me. When I'm eating right and I'm exercising, it's the best that I ever feel.
Exactly.
My head isn't cloudy. I'm able to, like we talked about before, be way more productive, get things done. You look at that list and you just go, 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 instead of asking yourself and kind of second guessing yourself and saying, maybe I
have to do this
exactly.
today?
The procrastination. Exactly. You as soon as you fucking have that, just that ounce of procrastination in you, it just breeds and breeds and breeds. And before you know it, you're freaking 3 weeks behind on a project. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But eating is definitely in there, man. If you just, it sounds so simple, but throw a salad in there every now and then. I'm telling you, you will feel it.
Exactly. You got to start.
You will feel it.
Micro steps. Okay, maybe I'll have a salad as a side today, and then slowly start easing more and more in there until next thing you know, you're like, man, I haven't had junk food in 3 months. That's crazy.
You'll feel it instantaneously.
You really will.
I was vegan for about 8 months of my life back when I lived in Atlanta, and I'm trying to tell you, I was telling everybody, I have never thought so sharply and so quickly. I was remembering things. Yep. I don't stutter a lot, but I do stutter. I'm telling you, I didn't stutter. Everything.
You were firing on all cylinders.
Exactly. I was as mentally sharp as I have ever been in my life. And it took me about, I would say, probably about a week to 9 days to get the junk out of my body. But once it was gone and I was eating, straight vegetables, man, I'm telling you, first off, I learned a lot about cooking. I learned a lot about seasoning, which is one of the most important things to your food, especially 100%. If you're trying to go onto your vegan diet. Seasoning is everything, because if you fucking feel like vegetables are bland now, it doesn't matter if you roast them. It doesn't matter. Like, you have got to season that shit.
You have to. You really do.
I'm telling you. And what I did was I seasoned it just like I would my regular food. It didn't matter. I used a lot of mushrooms and, all that. But my point is, the salad, it is a powerful thing. And honestly, throw a lot of protein on there. Who gives a shit? Yeah. Throw a bunch of steak on there, a bunch of chicken, a bunch of turkey, whatever you want to throw on there.
Peanuts and stuff in there, because that's great in protein. And the more protein that you intake, the more full that you're going to feel.
Exactly.
So some people can say, "Oh, well, I'll eat a salad and I'll be hungry 5 minutes later." No, you won't. Do it the right way, and you will not.
And I'm going to throw a picture of a salad up there. Y'all look at this salad. So this is one of the salads that I eat, and I try to eat this at least 2 to 3 times a week. But you can't tell me you look at that salad and it's just, you wouldn't eat it. And honestly, I will eat that salad and I'll be full 1,000%. Literally, I will be full. And the best part is I'll be full. It might be for a shorter amount of time, but it's clean energy.
Exactly.
My body is going to break that down so fast.
Burns it so quickly.
Then then I can eat again. And I'm not going to feel like crap. That salad is going to be gone in about an hour and a half. And then I'm going to be able to eat another salad, or I'll just win the battle and say, hey, stomach, you're not hungry. You're just, you're playing games.
And on the topic of going vegan, for all of my people that have Netflix, I highly encourage you to go and watch a documentary called The Game Changer. It's about Arnold Schwarzenegger switching from a, meat-based diet to a vegan diet. And
he did that?
He did. And he talks about he's never put on more muscle gain, and his physique has never looked as good as it did until he switched to vegan. That
is so funny that you should say that, because so many people trash vegan eating and they say you can't get big on vegan and you can't. But the actuality, and I was thinking about this the other day, it's kind of funny that we're talking about this, but bear with me. If you eat beef,
right,
you are eating a cow.
Yes.
And you're eating grass. And therefore, in some way, you're eating the sun, right?
Right.
Okay. And if you eat a salad, you're eating the sun.
Right.
So you're cutting out, and you're getting all the nutrients, right?
Right.
But you're cutting out that middle person. You're taking your body, and it's not having to break down all that stuff.
Exactly.
And I just thought that was crazy, because I'm like, your skin gets vitamin D from the sun, right? And that's one way to do it. But it's like, you can just cut out the middleman.
Exactly.
And you can get all the nutrients without having to put your body through such a vigorous breakdown process.
And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, I'll just eat, all natural farm raised stuff. No, because in order for the FDA to approve any kind of meat to be farm raised or free range or whatever, that just means that at any point of the day, that animal can walk outside. So if you say, for 15% of the day, they can go outside, you just open a gate, but it's still gated, they're farm raised, they're free range. So that doesn't crazy. Matter.
Where'd you learn that?
That was on a documentary called, I believe it was Super Size Me.
That is insane.
I watched
and
it. And
there's so much shady shit going on with the USDA and all that. Like, there's so many documentaries that have exposed multiple aspects of this, to where it's like, honestly, I know we say this like we're vegans, right? I'm not a vegan.
I'm definitely not.
Just saying there's a bunch of shady shit around it. But fuck, I love a burger.
Definitely. I love it. It is amazing.
Shit.
But I mean,
look into, do your own research. But I mean, I would say, hey, if you say this, and my wife and I have actually done this to where it's like, hey, this day of the week, we're going to just do vegan.
Exactly.
You're making a better alternative. Right. I mean, there's so much shit nowadays. Like when I was vegan, this was years ago, we didn't have the Beyond Meat.
No,
we didn't have any of this other stuff. Like the sections, the options are just, they're
because more people are starting to get onto that road of going vegan.
You're right. And I'm going to say this. What's really happening is a lot of people are getting diagnosed with new stuff. Our technology is getting better.
Yeah,
and we're finding out the root cause of things. And a lot more of it is becoming from us eating things we weren't supposed to eat. But again, that's a whole other topic.
You do your own research. If you don't believe us, I am a certified personal trainer. But again, do your own research. See it for your own eyes. If you don't believe us, that's fine. But, try to make the switch at least one day a week.
Yeah.
And see if you don't feel a difference.
You'll feel it. And I would say probably you're going to need to do more than once a week to feel the difference. Maybe the day after you'll feel it, but
exactly.
I don't think you'll be able to really equate that to what you did unless you do it for longer than that. But I mean, everybody's body's different. But physical fitness as a whole, we talked about, you're going to have to be mentally fortified.
Right.
You're going to have the eating, and, it's so many different things. It's biking, it's hiking, it's running, it's walking, it's jujitsu, it's bodybuilding, it's everything. It's powerlifting. So when when I'm on the jujitsu mat, I'm burning hundreds of calories.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy. I'm sweating my ass off, because I don't know about y'all. Like when I'm in my gi, I like to have a sweater under my gi. I hate being cold. We talked about this earlier, but I have a sweater under my gi, and I'm telling you, I'm dripping like there's a bottle of water being pulled over my head. And the guys who I roll with, they're like, shit, that's just how the jiu-jitsu community is. Anyway,
Exactly.
You're going to get sweat on you. It is what it is. But, I'm burning so many calories. I'm probably burning more calories than someone lifting 600 pounds.
Oh, 100%.
But they have the strength where I have the stamina. So that's why physical fitness, like someone can be in the best shape of their life and lift up 600, but they wouldn't be able to hang with me because I can roll on the mat for 30 fucking minutes.
We've rode together.
Exactly.
And I have the strength because I've deadlifted over 600 pounds.
Exactly. But this man will just throw me in the air. But if I get a hold of him, it's over. But he will. He'll throw me in the air.
It's over because he knows his stamina is going to outlast mine. Mm-hmm. So he just has to play the waiting game.
Exactly. I got to wear him down, be strategic.
Exactly.
And then go from there.
Exactly.
But that's what I love about jiu-jitsu, man. God. Every opponent is different.
It is.
Fuck. You got kids in there. There's a kid that we roll with named Reed. A monster. He's going to have his own gym. He's a beast. And this kid, I'm telling you, he's lengthy. And if he has so many fucking chokes, and they're so tight.
And he can come at you from any angle.
It's ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous.
Scary.
It is, and I mean, I think he's only like 15. He's going to be a fucking gorilla.
He is.
It's just horrible.
Dude, I would just hate to,
I better start getting my game together
and try to mess with him in the streets. You're going to get fucked up, dude. Just stop.
It's crazy. But jiu-jitsu, man, it's beautiful. Physical fitness, man, going for a run. We went for a run the other day. We did a 2.6 mile run.
Yes.
To the gas station. Instead of walking to the gas station to get a couple drinks, we ran there, and it seemed like a pretty long run going there. On the way back, it didn't as much, but that's the whole thing.
And that's something crazy. Yeah. I'm not a scientist, and I don't
exactly
claim to be one, but that's crazy.
Every time you go somewhere, it takes forever. On the way back, it's like you wake up and you're there.
Exactly.
I don't know, but I could feel more energy the next day when we were done with the run.
And again, it goes back to the ability to say no. We said, no, we're not going to drive. It would take us 2 minutes to drive there, but we're going to spend that 15 minutes and walk there.
Hit the jog.
I'm telling you. And, it's hard to say no. I know we can sit here and say, oh, just say no to soda, say no to, donuts or anything. We're all humans. That urge for that donut when it's freshly, fried or whatever, it's going to take over.
I know.
But what you can do is say, okay, I ate this donut. I'm going to do 50 more push-ups tomorrow to show my body that you didn't win. And
you know what? When we talk about, my wife and I, when we talk about finances, we always give ourselves a reward.
Right.
And also, I talked about this in the other podcast. It's called budgeting. And you don't just budget your money, you budget your activities as well. So if you know you're going to go to, I've used this example before, but I'm going to say it again. If you know you're about to go to, if you know you have a wedding coming up in 2 months, right? Go ahead and budget in your activities for that wedding so you don't feel guilty. Okay, so I know there's going to be beer there. I know there's going to be cake there. I can have one beer. I can have one slice of cake.
Exactly.
And that way you still have the mental victory instead of going there and then just going crazy. You still say, hey, I'm fine to eat this. And if you give yourself that one day, the cheat day, I think The Rock, he has the fucking
best
cheat day.
He has a platter of sushi. He wakes up and he has his pancakes with syrup. He's got a whole pizza,
cookies,
3 cheeseburgers.
He goes in.
But that's the one day of the
Exactly.
week where he allows his mind to say, we're going to eat it.
Exactly. And you know what? He's big as fuck. And he's fit as fuck.
Is.
So there's no reason to deprive yourself of those things. I mean, it's life. Enjoy it. But at the same time, just like we always talk about everything, have a balance, Have a balance and just try and stick to it as best you can. Nobody's perfect. We're not perfect by any means.
Here telling you to be perfect and, don't do all this. But
when you get in a groove, like, goddamn, last year, I'm going to be honest with you. Last year, I probably had one soda last year. I started drinking sparkling water, and I'm trying to tell you, I didn't want juice. I didn't want anything. That is all I drank. When I went to restaurants, I ordered a regular water, and guess what? It was disgusting because I missed my bubbles. I missed the suds. Right. I mean, I was drinking La Croix. I'm drinking bubbly. I'm drinking the Publix green wines, whatever it takes. But the sparkling water was all I drank. And so this year, I've kind of fell off the wagon a little bit. But you know what? It's when you get in the groove, enjoy it, hit it as hard as you can, and then say, okay, let's see if I can do it longer this time. But
the craziest part is, when we would go out and eat together and I would order a Mountain Dew, favorite soda, Tucker would be like, no, take it back, get him a water.
Get a water.
But he knew I was training for a competition.
Exactly.
So, when my mind was too weak to say no, he was there to be like, you're not doing this.
Exactly. That's also what I talked about in the other podcast. Tell your friends, tell them what you're doing so they can help you. I mean, that's really where a lot of this came from, because we went into this jiu-jitsu competition and we didn't know what the fuck to expect. Neither one of us.
Cardio was garbage. We had zero water the day before, which I don't understand how we thought that was going to be a great mix. But
I don't know, man. I talked about how I fucking.
It was the excitement of going out of state to compete and competing in your first competition that your mind was just in so many different directions. It didn't have the ability to say no and be like, hey, I know you're doing this, but party after. Stay on track until the bell rings.
Oh, yeah. And we gave it the best that we could with the training that we had. But honestly, man, it was a good experience and we earned it. And so when we went to eat after that, we ate a lot of good food.
We did.
But you know what? We earned that shit. We ate Mexican. That shit was good as fuck, too. I had like 3 sodas. I binged. I had 3. It was good as hell. And they were the glass bottle sodas, so I paid for the refills, and I didn't even give a shit. And I'm cheap, but I was like, you know what? We're doing this shit.
But again, once you put your body through so much training and, just telling it, no, you're not going to have anything that you really want. We got to stay focused. You can reward yourself after you've reached your goal.
Exactly. Physical fitness can be anything from throwing the football around, playing basketball. I love playing basketball. I'm telling you, you talk about cardio. Shit, when I was younger, that's all I did was basketball. I was like 140 pounds.
Right.
I was skinny as fuck, and I was just running out there all day, spending fucking 12 to 13 hours playing basketball. Like, that was it. But that's great cardio for you. I would play this game to 12 with myself out on the basketball court. I would not let myself go inside the house until I beat myself. Every shot I missed was my opponent scoring. Every shot I made, obviously, was myself scoring. So that type of commitment and that game of perfection, like, it's a good way to cheat yourself into cardio.
It is. It really
if you say, hey, I'm not going to go inside until I score 10 times, just a game to 10. And if you can hit 10 shots in a row, buddy, you're back in the house, you know? Yeah. But it's not going to happen. It's just not. No. You're going to be out there for quite some time, but it is a good way. Like I said, find ways to cheat yourself. Go grab a buddy, grab a football, throw the football around before you know it.
You're having fun doing it. It doesn't feel like exercise anymore.
It really doesn't.
You're just enjoying time.
And I'll tell you what, though. I think that's the thing, though. I think you just hit it right on the head. Exercise is different to everyone, just like everyone's body's different. Going to the gym and lifting up 600 pounds just doesn't sound fun to me. But you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to go hit a PR. Like, dude, after 180 pounds, I don't think there's anything in life that I really am qualified to lift up. Like, what do I really need to lift up that's over 180 pounds? This man's like, well, if a boulder falls in front of my car one morning, I can just roll that bitch out of the way. Like, no, dude, it's not even that deep. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening today. Episode 5 of the Dichotomies of Life. The word of the day today is exertion, EXERTION, physical or mental effort. And I feel like that plays a great part in what we talked about today, because working out is physical and it is also very, very mental, because when you choose to go to the gym, you got to make the decision to stop doing what you're doing, change your clothes, get your gym bag and protein if you want, get in the car, drive through crappy traffic, right? Exactly. And then go to the gym and then lift up whatever the fuck you're trying to lift up or do what you got to do. Then you got to come home and shower, and then you got to wind down, but you can't wind down because you just worked out. So it is a lot more than saying I'm going to the gym. There's a lot of steps in there.
It really is.
It's insane.
It really is.
So that's our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit me up on all the socials at Tucker10_. Follow my guest and my friend Tony at It's Just a Lift. His show is coming out in the fall.
Stay tuned, guys. It's going to be great. Remember, get healthy, stay active, and don't settle for less.